connected team, and I think that they do things the right way. They play hard, they play together, they have good offense, good defense, and so we just got to be ready for them.
It could have been pretty easy for the emotions of yesterday to kind of make this a letdown. Is that part of the whole strategy of all season, just taking every game?
Yeah, every game is the same. No matter if we're playing Grambling, Michigan State, IU, UConn, whoever it is, we prepare the same, have the same mentality going into every single game.
Yesterday early on, the shots weren't exactly falling. That kind of changes how you guys, anyway, can score points. Does it change how you play at all?
No, we always base how we play on taking good shots, not hanging our head on missed shots. Missed shots happen. We focus on taking good shots rather than bad shots and just sticking to our game plan.
At what point in the second half did it really kind of feel like you guys had locked down the victory? I know they were kind of hanging around late in the first half into the start of the second half.
I think there was a run where we got like 3 or 4 stops in a row. I'd say that was the biggest thing. When we can get out in transition, our guys can run, and we're not playing against a set defense all the time. It's a lot easier to manipulate them whenever they're kind of out of sorts.
I know it's been a whirlwind so far, but curious, any early thoughts on Utah State and what those guys present?
They're a very connected team. I think that they're well coached. They have a good scheme, and they look like they know what they're doing. Some teams kind of just are out there playing, and they have the right pieces, the right coach, and so I think what they're doing has been very successful for them. Our biggest thing is just sticking to our rules, sticking to our principles, staying to who we are, playing the right way, and it'll take care of itself.
You expecting another boiler-friendly crowd tomorrow afternoon?
Absolutely.
Was it cool to have that kind of environment on a stage like this?
Yeah, I think that's the first time, we've had that many fans travel here. In past times, we've always had people travel for us. Our fans love us and we love them. But being able to play an hour away from Purdue, it's huge. It makes it a lot easier for them to get here, and we love it.
Was last night more physical than some other games you've been in this year?
Probably up there, but I wouldn't say the most physical game. Big Ten's pretty tough, as you know. But yeah, they're tough guys. We knew that they were going to have to fight us. We had to fight them. It goes both ways. So.
But just now the process of getting your body back to where you want it, just within a day's rest. What is that like for you? What do you kind of do to get back to where you want to be for game time?
It's more so mental than anything. Have the right mindset, being able to get our feet up, get off of our feet. We still want to keep moving once we get here to the court, but whenever we're not here on the court working on stuff, it's best just to lay down, get your feet up, watch TV, and then if there's ever any small things bothering us, we have great training staff to help us out. And I think by this time everybody's old enough, mature enough to understand what they need to do to get ready for the game.
Do you get massages? Do you do other treatment things like that
Yeah, absolutely.
to work out those kinks?
I've been going to my chiropractor for 3 years now, and he's already came to see me this weekend twice. So, yeah.
That's pretty good service.
Absolutely.
What's it like being here? You've been through it before, but where you're sleeping in a hotel room, eating out of boxes, just kind of living with your teammates for going to be, maybe a few weekends.
Yeah, it's just making memories for the rest of our life. That's the biggest thing. I think that we're all great guys. We love each other. We're all relationship guys, and we understand it's bigger than basketball, but we all love basketball. So we're playing for each other, and I think that's the biggest thing that's helped us have success.
How have you and Trey kind of complemented each other at the 4?
Obviously he's a little bit more around the rim player, and I'm more around the perimeter, and so I think that having both of us, we're able to play 2 different ways depending on who we're playing. It's not necessarily how we're playing that day. Now, granted, if somebody has a hot hand, we're probably going to go to that person, but it's good for the coaches to be able to have options to manipulate the other team and not just have, this is what we're going to do. If it doesn't work, then we'll eat it, but we can mix a lot of things up. We can mix lineups, we can mix how we want to play, and so it just helps us have peace of mind that any situation thrown at us, we can handle it.
Was that kind of the plan at the beginning? Was that how they laid it out to you, or?
No, I think it's just kind of how it unfolded.
How have you guys prepared for the physicality that you can probably expect Utah State to throw at you tomorrow?
Playing in the Big Ten is the best way to prepare for it. You know, we have the most physical league in the country, best league in the country, and so we're ready for it.
Utah State's coming in hot, especially shooting-wise, 55% yesterday against TCU. What's the message defensively to make them off balance?
Pressure, you know, making their catches hard and not letting them feel comfortable early in the game. I think that's our biggest thing. We just have to take people's faith, hope, whatever it is, away in the first 5 minutes and then stay on them the rest of the game.
What's this team's feelings before tomorrow's game after a tough one yesterday?
Same as any other game, any other week. You know, we're used to it. Everybody's mature here. Everybody's been through it, and you know, I think that each individual person has to take care of their mind, take care of their body. But once we come together collectively, we take care of each other.
How have you seen this team do that so far?
Positive reassurance, you know, and then there's times where we got to get on each other, and that's okay. We've talked about, like, if I get on you, don't take it personally. I still want to give you a hug when we get back to the locker room, but on the court, you know, we got to do what we got to do to win.
I was talking to Braden. Obviously, the goals are not just to make Sweet 16 to go further, but how do you stay focused in the one game at a time mentality?
Just reiterating it to each other. Obviously, we all won a national championship, but we can't get there if we jump the game 2 games ahead rather than preparing for Utah State. And so I think that people have a mature enough mindset in this locker room to understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, we got to take it 1 game at a time, 1 possession at a time. Everybody do their job every possession, and it'll fall.
Thanks, Mason.